Doorkeeper's path is open. I got in here and did some math and charted out the path, recorded a video. It was all on mute. So we're here for round two. Well, hopefully I'm more efficient the second time. So anyway, looking at this path, I think there's a number of things you can do in here. So there are 400 Titan or pizza points in here. So, which sucks because normally there's 2 shard events and a soul stone, or 3 shard events in a Titan path. So if you're in for the Titan path for Alice, which is probably not a lot of you, then you have to get at least 150 Titan points out of here. So you can have 250 that you can skip. And then you have to do every single other event and every single Titan from here on out. So I don't think I've seen them put 400 of these in one shard event. That sucks. There's 400 in there. So you've either got to say, hey, I'm going to pick up 150 of those and I'll do everything else. Or you could get up to 400 of these. So if you, let me show you then the picture of this and the math. So you've got to come down the outside here, pick up the 160 points, come to the right and get 40. That's 200 Titan points or pizza points. And you would stay in the running for Alice in that case. And when you do that, then you get 24,800. And when I get done with the pass, I will show you a spreadsheet that shows you cost of doing all. So that's 200 pizza points. But if you said, well, I want to get more pizza points while I'm at it, then you got to come down here and pick up another 100, and you have to come up here and grab another 40. You've now picked up 200 more Titan points. So for 400 Titan points, you're talking 44,300 points to do that.
Hey, before we go on, click the link in the description right now and you can get the great legendary poisoner, Narma, along with 3 epics. You get Anax, Mausoleum Mage, and the best epic in the game, Uugo, as you progress. All you have to do is follow 4 steps. Step 1, log out Play and Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid, complete the tutorial. And step 4, go to your inbox, Narma's there waiting. These 4 free champions will give you an insane head start in raid, so click on that link before it expires.
That's the pizza points only. I'm trying to do the Alice path approach. Now let me switch gears and say, what if you want to get the soul? If you want to get the souls, you would come down the center path here, but you're going to need a key to get this 3-star soul. So you got to come back over to the right, and I picked up the 60 pizza points with this key. You could have gone to the right and got the 40. So that is a 3-star soul and 60 pizza points is 19,300 points. So the 3-star soul is actually fairly cheap relative to everything else. Now, if you want to come down here and get the 4-star soul and add that one in, that's another key you're going to need. So now you got to come back over here and grab the one key over there to come get that as well. To do the 4-star soul, and you're going to pick up another 40 Titan points. So a 4-star soul and 100 pizza points is 34,800 points. Now, if you want the 5-star soul, you got to come down here and pick up the 35,000 points, but now you're short a key again, so you got to come down here and grab this key. So that's the 5-star soul, and you'll get 160 pizza points doing that. That's 77,800 points. Now, if you do that, you still can't get Alice. So you got to pick one of these Titan points down here. There's 3 of them available. You got to pick up another 7,500. If you do that, that's a 5-star soul, 260 pizza points. You get the 5-star soul, and you're still in the running for Alice. Obviously, you could pick up another 10,000 points if you wanted to get all 400 pizza points as well. I didn't do the math. And one other thing I did do the math on is if you just wanted to stop at the 4-star soul because it was cheaper and get 240 pizza points, so you're still in the running for Alice, and you got the 4-star soul, that's 45,300. Now, let me turn that all into math for you and show you the spreadsheet. So here's the math on the spreadsheet. The 200 pizza points, it is 4,500 sacreds per sacred, 750 per void, 300 per ancient. Last time they did this, it was 450 per ancient. So there's a 50% drop in value in ancient. Dungeon divers, I'm assuming 38 points per run. That's RNG on luck, assuming stage 20 on the energy cost. So 24,800 points to get 200 pizza points. That's 5.5 sacreds if you did no dungeons. So I assume if you're in for pizza points, then you must be doing dragons and champ training. So dragons and champ training and anything else you run will lower your shard requirements. But this is showing you what if you just did it through this shard type only, or if you only did the whole event through Dungeon Divers, then that's 10,442 energy. Now, if you're doing champ training, you won't get as much Dungeon Divers points per event. So this is assuming all in a dungeon. But that's 10,442 energy or 3,000 gems. If you're doing 400 pizza points, that's 10 sacreds, 147 ancients, or 19,000 energy. 3-star soul and 60 pizza is 4 sacreds or 8,000 energy if you did it all through dungeons. Obviously, they're assuming you're going to do some of this through shards. 4-star soul and 100 pizza points is 7.7 sacreds for relative value. 5-star soul and 160 pizza points, 17 sacreds. 5-star soul and 260 pizza points, so you're still in the running for Alice, is 19 sacreds. And 4-star soul and 240 pizza, so you could get the 4-star soul and still be in the game for Alice, but you'd have to do pretty much everything else, is 10 sacreds. So if I looked at this, I said the 5-star soul and staying in the running for Alice is 19 sacreds. I don't know that I use Alice on either account. I don't know that I use this fusion with a 5-star soul on either account. So for 19 sacreds, I'm out. I'm not doing the 5-star soul. I just think that's too expensive. I think the 4-star soul and 100 pizza points, pretty doable. It's a lot cheaper than the 5-star. He can still do more damage with that. Yeah, it'd be nice to have the accuracy and resistance and the 5-star blessing, but it's the incremental cost is crazy. So 4-star soul still gets me 7.7 sacreds. And the 3-star one's pretty reasonable at 4 sacreds, and you'll lower that, so call it 3. You can do Dungeon Divers, Champ Training, and 3 sacreds, and you could get a 3-star soul. So picking up the 3-star soul for the fusion's pretty cheap. If I look at this, what I'm probably most likely interested in for me is either A, I just say screw it and I drop out of both Alice and getting the shard, and I just don't do any of it. And I just stop playing it, and I go do Minotaur, and I go do other stuff. That's a very reasonable approach. If you don't want to get the soul for this fusion, and you're going to break out on Alice because you say she's just not worth it, and you're going to save your resources for whatever they do for Leo, skip this whole thing. Nothing wrong with that. Do whatever you do in the game, come in before it expires, and see what points you have. That's certainly approach one, which is logical. I am tempted myself to come in here and do the 4-star soul so I can get a 4-star soul for the fusion on both accounts and get 240 pizza points so that I'm still in the running for Alice. And then if I do everything else, great, I pick her up. If I bail somewhere along the way, I bail. But that's 10 sacreds on both accounts. I'll do the dragons and the champ training under this scenario, so I'm going to lower that cost. So maybe I only need 7 or 8 sacreds on both accounts. I get a 4-star soul. I'm still on path to get Alice. That's what my number one option for me that I'm keeping an eye on is. But what I'll probably do is go do dragons, go do champ training, and then decide later if I actually want to go pull the shards or not. I won't do them on Friday. I'll wait till Sunday. So that's certainly, I think that's the thing that I'm looking at doing on my 2 accounts. Yeah, I think the 5-star soul's nuts. If I get out of Excel for a second and I show you the game, just to be clear, there is another path. You could come down here and get 100 relic mythical materials. That's a guaranteed legendary relic, and you got a 20% chance at a mythical one. So there could be some logic to coming down here and getting this 30,000. It'd probably be a pretty similar cost to picking up the 5-star soul because it's behind a key and it's 30 instead of 35. So in my spreadsheet, when I said the 5-star soul is about 77,800 or 17 sacreds, that's a pretty similar value for this. Am I going to burn 17 sacreds for a 20% chance at a mythical? Nah, I'm not. But I know the whales and krakens and crazy people are definitely going to, it's a guaranteed legendary relic, so it's definitely a choice. And then there are 2 mythical books down here too. I didn't even do the math on those because I just don't see doing this whole thing just for the mythical books, but that's obviously a choice that's down there too. The question is, hey, if you're pulling shards, is there anything even running this weekend worth pulling shards for? If you don't have Newt or Firo, those are 2 fantastic champs sitting in here. You've got Mishinaki in there. You got some good epics. I mean, these are really good champs. It's a progressive on non-voids, though, in this case, so your odds are absolute trash to get these champs. So it's not like, oh, I can pick up Newt. No, you've got a chance to pick up a legendary with no 2 times, and then a chance to get a 15 times chance to get Newt, which in non-voids is pretty close to 0. So great champs, but really the odds are all crap. And then in the voids, once again, there's some good champs in here, but I don't know that I'm doing any voids if I don't know exactly what they're going to do with Leo, but that's certainly a choice there. So there's good champs, but the progressives are crap. So personally, I think you're burning them for the soul, and you're burning them for Alice. You're not actually pulling shards with a chance to really pick up Newt. But there will be plenty of people who post into, I got Newt on my 5th shard. So, don't get thrown off by them. There's, multiples of those people who didn't get that just don't post to Reddit or YouTube videos. That's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm eyeing up the 4-star soul, the 240 pizza points, and spending 7 to 8 sacreds on each account. I could do it through ancients. I got a ton of ancients on both accounts, and it's like 150 ancients to do that. And I got 500 ancients on this account. So I could just do it through ancients too. So I got the shards. It's just a matter of how I want to do it. So I'll go do the champ training, and I'll go do the dragons and see where I stand, whatever else happens on the weekend. So hope that was informative for you. Thanks for watching, and please see some other stuff on the channel while you're here. Have a great day.